I'm going to be showing you how to make these lids right here from the dollar store. That's always is. Cost me about maybe $1.25 to make each section of this. So I got maybe $3.50 in each 29-gallon lid, and it works out great. Still got lighting to hook up. I still got my PVC pipe and my other pumps to hook up. A couple of these tanks is good to go. Some of them, you know, still cycling. I got tannins in this, and got a little pissed off red devil. He's shy as hell when I bring out the camera. When the camera ain't on, he's all over the tank. But let's just go ahead and jump into the video, because I ain't back, you know, I don't do 20-minute intros. So let's get started. So I got some tanks and some other stuff right here in the corner where I've been bringing my racking system over. Also got a console that I will be painting soon for another video on the channel. Don't know if that's something you're into or not. But we go down here and you take your tape measure, and you want to measure on the inside right here, and you can see I done got this kind of marked, but this would be a little too short, so I would need to come out just a little bit right there. And you just transfer this over to a piece of grass, and I'll show you how to cut that next. Now, it all depends on the size of tank you're dealing with, but for my 29s and my 55s, I use 11 by 14s. This is the picture frames from the dollar store, as I mentioned earlier in the video. And let's just go ahead and open them up. And if you look, these frames, they ain't made that much. They just fall apart. Well, you expect for $1. But we ain't after the frame. What we after is this little piece of glass here. Well worth $1. And you can see a reflection of my 110-gallon in the background. Yeah, I got a ton more tanks. So I use this technique a lot. This is the part you would take your tape measure, hook it here, bring it down, and mark off the grass. While you something straight across this, maybe another piece of grass or a straight edge, and take your Sharpie and mark it. Now, I done got this in cut. It's a test fit lid for 29 gallon, but not all 29 gallons is the same. My top tank is a little bit different brace than my other two, so I can't use this. But I did do the steps I just told you about, how to just hook here, measure on the insides of your brace, and, you know, use a straight edge. Now, I done cut this into fit, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to line it up. You got to be careful. Make sure you don't cut the wrong way. And, make sure it's level. And when working with grass, always be safe, because it can cut you, and it can cut you bad. You don't want that. Now we got that lined up. We're going to take a Sharpie, mark right down through here. Just an old school Sharpie. And that's the mark we're going to cut on. Now, if you ain't got a piece of grass, you can just use a straight piece of wood or anything to lay across that, just as long as your mark is somewhat straight. Because of that, your cut will be straight unless you leave the piece of grass or something hooked on the table, clamped on. But, you know, for tanks, you can just eyeball it, just stay on that line. Now, this is a grass cutter. It's diamond tip. I actually got this off eBay for about $7, free shipping. I'm in a community that it's hard to find stuff like this. We don't have Hobby Lobby, and Walmart's don't carry these. So I'm out of options, and I had to order tools that might be simple to find where you at. It's hard to find where I'm at. So once we get that, we're going to go turn this around where we can cut it. And we're going to put light pressure down as we cut this. And we're going to cut it with this end here, just like so. So you can use a straight edge or anything to do this. My line ain't the straightest, so don't worry if it ain't. You want to cut, depending on how you measured it, on as close to the bottom of the line as you can. If it's a little too tight, you know, and you measured very tight in that groove, then you want to cut on the outer of the line. That all depends on you. Now let's turn this around where I can get a good cut on it. You want to put light pressure down, with this timing tip at kind of angle, and take your time. You can go fast, but I always had more success going kind of slow and using light pressure. Just like so. Now that should be cut. Now when you crack this grass, you can see I got a ton of picture frames. Bring it to the end of wherever you're cutting. Make sure it's level. Lightly press down. Just like so. Very easy to do. Now we got this and cut. To do the 29s I'm doing, you need 3 pieces. Just like this. So go ahead and cut your other ones the same way. So to do the corner, you just cut it. Put pressure on it. Same way. And take this end. Go boom. Good to go on the corner. Now we got the corner cut. We can go put these on because I feed my L-line through the side here. That's the reason I always notch one of my panels. And the next step, of course, before we even get started, let's just go ahead, make sure we got the picture frame turned around right, because you will have a wide and longer side depending on what you're doing. But you can buy these little wall hooks. I just spray paint these black, and they got sticky paper. Now the sticky paper does work great, but just in case, I take some E600 glue you can get also at the dollar store, and just put 2 little tabs on it, just like so. And you can center this up if you want to with a tape measure, however you want to do it. I just do it by eye, you know. So that looks pretty good, don't it? And then just press down, and the sticky tape will, you know, stick to the grass. E600 glue will take about a day to dry, and till then you can just, you know, open it up and down. You don't have to wait, because the, you know, the back and the sticky backing part of the wall hanger will hold it on. The E600 glue will just, you know, add it extra strength to it once it dries. So let's go ahead and finish it up and install this. So I got my Red Devil pissed off. He always hates me messing with his tank. But there's that corner notch. You can see my L-line that's coming up through it. And this sits on top of the 2 right here. And we just made a nice little lid. Keeps evaporation down. Keeps the fish from jumping out. Unless you got really big fish that can knock these off. And if you did, you could actually make hooks and E600 glue them to the grass, and then hook them over to here on both sides, front and back. Be good. Maybe cut a little square out of this and use it as a little feeder opening. See, lots of ways you can do this. So if you found this video helpful, be sure to drop a like, leave a comment. Got tons of videos on how I make my corner mat filters, and how I do build my lacking systems, and tons of actual fish content. I don't upload too often on the aquarium side of my life, but if I get more comments, I may start doing that, because you guys might enjoy it. So as always, show your support by subscribing to my channel. Leave a comment. I enjoy hearing from each and every one of you, and I'll see you next time. Thank you for watching.